Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Sagittarius for the week of January 24th. Now Sagittarius, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Sagittarius, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, they're trying to scam you and they are impersonating me, please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But let's see what we have going on here for you, Sagittarius. Now, if you watch my content regularly, or even if this is the first time that you are watching my videos, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. All right, let me make sure everything's in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. And I think that looks just about good enough to me. All right. Energy on the bottom, you have the Emperor. So right away, I felt like this was speaking to potentially a masculine in your life or in your environment. This is the archetypal father in the tarot. So it could be a father figure, it could be a father, but it could be any sort of masculine in your life at this time. And remember, tarot cards, we don't attach genders to the tarot cards, and so this could just be somebody who has masculine energy. So just do keep that in mind as well. But I am feeling like potentially there's something going on, or there's a situation between you and a masculine in your life. Now, if that's not resonating at all, what the Emperor talks about is it's this idea of like acting with authority. It's big boss energy. It's leadership. It is you doing really well at work and in your place of employment. And so it's a very good sign for business situations, business readings, work readings, anything like that when you get the Emperor. And so some of you may be dealing with a work situation also. But for me, there's something around a masculine here going on. And yeah, this is what my intuition is picking up on. So taking a look here, you have a mixed bag reading. I think ultimately this is going to end up working out very well for you. But it's one of those interesting readings, and I can already tell right off the bat that I'm going to be interested to see what clarifications come in after we get through this first initial 9 cards here. But anyway, in the middle, you have the 5 of Cups. So this is someone who's sitting in disappointment, and they are sort of focused on these 3 cups here that are spilled, broken, and empty, and it's kind of keeping them where they are. Okay, they're kind of going through it right now. They're going through a rough patch in their life. It's a sort of melancholy feeling. However, it's very hard to do this when you're in this situation. But what they don't recognize is that there are 2 cups behind them overflowing. And so yes, like I said, it's very hard to recognize the happy cups when you're focused here on the spilled cups. And I'm not trying to emotionally invalidate you or trying to tell you that you being down is not valid. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that ultimately the message of this card is to look on the bright side and to acquire a happy or potentially a more positive perspective on whatever situation's happening for you at this time, Sagittarius. And again, it can be very challenging to do that when you're going through it. But and like I said, this situation here, this down in the dumps feeling, could be relating to this masculine here with the Emperor. Now, in the past, you have the Magician, the King of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. I have to say, very masculine energy here on the board. The Magician, in fact, is the divine masculine versus number 1. Number 2, the High Priestess, which would come next to it, is the divine feminine. But you have this divine masculine card here with the Magician. And besides that, what the Magician talks about is it is the master manifester in the tarot. The Magician has all of the tools in the palm of their hand that they need to build something amazing for themselves, to manifest something into existence. But they have to dip into the masculine side of themselves and bring this in, right? Like take action, do this. And that's kind of the energy here with the Magician. It warns to not be lazy, and it warns you to ensure that you are taking action on things at this time. And so I definitely like to see that. It also says that, by the way, you don't need to go learn anything. You don't need to go buy anything. Everything that you need is here. Everything that you need is here. It's in the palm of your hands. Now, lastly, next you have the King of Swords. Again, this can be a leader. This can be somebody who has the energy of authority, of leadership, of this is like also can be found as a boss. So you have kind of the two boss cards here. Like literally, I'm talking about like your authority figure at work, or you being a boss as well in your life or in work. However, the King of Swords can also represent potentially somebody who does not take an emotional interest in you, but helps you get from point A to point B. But really, I feel like, it could also be a subject matter expert, by the way. So some of you here in the past it's hard for me to say because this is not a bad past at all. In fact, all of these cards are pretty good. It could mean that some of you have had to lean on somebody in the past, or it could mean that some of you have had to take authority or take control over your life to bring a manifestation into existence. I think that's probably it. You also have this 10 of Cups, which is a really positive card. It's one of the most positive cards in the tarot. It's the last of the suit of cups, indicating that you will be emotionally happy. There's like a windfall of emotions coming in when you have the 10 of Cups. So you may have had a good family situation. You may have had a really nice event that has happened here in the past where you felt like, this is a moment of bliss. This is what it feels like to have all 10 cups overflowing in the past. And it could mean that a manifestation has come true for you, or a wish has come true for you in the past here. Taking a look at those cards. Now, in your current situation, you have the 8 of Wands, the 5 of Cups, and the 7 of Swords. So there's something here showing up with this 5 of Cups sitting in disappointment and the 7 of Swords as well, which the 7 of Swords represents potentially betrayal, somebody like a mistrust, or somebody hurting you in some way, not physically hurting you, but emotionally hurting you. Like it can represent somebody who is spreading lies or rumors or gossip about you or something like that, undermining you in some ways. It's a challenging card. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But the 7 of Swords can also represent that you potentially need to take a clever approach to something in your life here and kind of take the backdoor exit, or take the back door on something here, or find a new way of doing something, find a clever solution to your problem as well. And that's a more positive way of looking at that 7 of Swords. You also have this 8 of Wands, which is a swift event or a quick moving event that brings about good news. It's potentially communication coming in from a distance, text messages, phone calls, emails, letters, anything like that happening here with this 8 of Wands. It can represent something at a distance. So like maybe you're traveling, air flights, anything like that, relationships from a distance, anything like that. But it's a very good card of good news. It's a nice card. And it also represents accelerated motion, the feeling of getting unstuck. And what I like to see here is you do have this 5 of Cups, maybe somebody who is stuck. The 8 of Wands can represent that situation ending. Getting unstuck here is what I feel like. Now in the future, you have the Lovers, the 3 of Swords, and the 3 of Cups. So we have this 3-3 energy here showing up, which is Trinity, unity, involving groups, other people. In fact, the 3 of Cups is a card of your social circle or your friends, your community. And you can see the 3 friends or the 3 sisters here dancing on the cups above them. It can celebrate just joy and happiness in your life. The thing is, the 3 of Swords can be something that's heartbreaking. And, initially I thought it might be with this masculine, which I actually feel like I'm going to stick to what I felt initially. I feel like there's been a challenge here with this masculine. And even if you see here the King of Swords and the 5 of Cups and the 3 of Swords, there's been a challenge with somebody and it's been heartbreaking. Perhaps what some of you are doing is you're leaning on your friends. You're leaning on your community here to help you with this situation. And don't feel ashamed or embarrassed to ask for help. You don't have to do it alone. And that's what I feel like maybe is happening here with this 3 of Swords. Somebody maybe even coerced you, or there could have been somebody that you put your trust in, probably this Emperor or this King of Swords, that just was not honest with you. You also have this Lovers card, which is a Gemini energy, but it's also an important choice to make in love or in life. It can represent a really deep connection with somebody, a really deep romantic connection with somebody, but I feel like it's more about a choice that you have to make, maybe ending it with somebody. let's go ahead and start to clarify and see what messages want to come forward. Now, if you're enjoying this, hit that like button, subscribe, and you can check out my website to sign up for my email list if that is something you are interested in. There's a link to that in the description below. Also, really appreciate you being here. I hope things are going well for you. So let's put this back and let's take a look at what these oracle cards are. Okay, so we have Sage, be devoted and committed. We have White Witch, be the light. Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. Interestingly enough, this card is associated with the Empress in the tarot, which is all about a harvest. It's a major abundance. And lastly here you have Fire Guardian. Very nice. Ignite your passion, Sagittarius. This is a card for you. Okay, this is a card for you. And I get the sense that you are coming out of this feeling of maybe being stuck. And you're about to really work on something here, whether that's working on yourself or working on a passion, especially as you have this Eight of Wands, which is passion energy. It is accelerated motion, like I said. And I get the sense that some of you are going to work on something big here as you work through this down feeling, or you work through this conflict or this challenge here with this Emperor. Now, what else do we have? You have peaceful resolution. Okay, very nice. I love to see that for you. Don't stop. There's something better. And a year from now. Don't get stressed about the year from now card. A lot of people do. It doesn't mean that this is going to take a year to resolve. It just means that whatever you're doing may take some time to unfold, and whatever you're working on at this time, the seeds that you're planting now could start really, really growing here in the future. So just don't stress about that. But I do see a piece. It's possible that there's an amicable resolution between you and this person. This could also come in the form of potentially you coming to a resolution for yourself here. Okay, the most important thing, remember this, forgiveness is for you, it is not for the other person. And so you could be coming to a resolution in that way as well here with whatever's going on. Now, what else do we have? You have the Strength card, the World, and the Two of Swords. So we have the Strength card, which is Leo energy. It is bold, assertive, powerful, courageous energy, strong energy. And, it says that you need to have so much courage at this time that you can walk next to a lion, that you can tame a lion. And I see you doing that here with the Magician. I also feel like potentially, you're having a hard time right now, or in the past, you've had a hard time coming up how to handle this situation. And I think you're coming to a peaceful resolution on how to handle whatever situation is going on here. You have the World, which is the completion of a cycle. And it is the last of the major arcana, which means it's a big change. It's a big cycle that's ending. And it's also the arrival of a new cycle. It says that you should go into a period of self-evaluation to get yourself ready for the next cycle, which is undoubtedly coming. So it's a very good card. I think this cycle of being down with this person here is ending, and it's probably going to be peaceful for you. Now you have this Two of Swords as well, which is somebody who's potentially restricted in speech. Potentially there was an injustice here in the past between you and this person. There could be indecision as well showing up. And this may have bled into your happiness here with the Ten of Cups. Let's go ahead and see what else we have. You have the Lovers, the Page of Pentacles, and the Empress. So we had this Lady card here, which is the Empress equivalent in that Oracle deck. And now you have this Empress coming in again. See, now this is interesting because now we have Mother-Father energy showing up here. This is the archetypal mother. But really, this is more about resourcefulness and abundance in the tarot, because it's associated with Venus. Venus is, yes, the planet of love and emotions, but it's also the planet of luxury and wealth. And this talks about your resourcefulness, your ability to have everything you need and in abundance of what you need. And so with that Seven of Swords, you'll come up with the right answer. Okay, it may be a clever approach, but you'll come up with the right answer. The Page of Pentacles with the Five of Cups, something's going to change your disappointing feeling here. Whatever disappointing feeling you're going through at this time, that's going to change, because the Page of Pentacles represents your prospects being good in your life. That could be financially, it could be in terms of work, it could be in terms of anything. And yeah, so I think there's good news coming in to maybe get you out of this rut that you may be in at this time. You also have the Lovers, which is Gemini energy. Again, you have that card twice and actually next to each other. Important choice that you have to make here. Let's see what else we have. Okay, you have the Five of Cups coming in again. You have the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Swords coming in once again. There could have been a group deception, okay? There could have been a deception within a community, a family member. It could have been a friend who deceived you, or there's something here with somebody deceiving you, like in this reading in a big way. With the Seven of Swords twice and this message of community, I've been feeling like it's this masculine the whole time, and I'm just going to stick to that at this point. But you also have this Queen of Wands, which is a message that tells you to be unapologetically you and unequivocally you, okay? Be authentic, be yourself, and allow your talents and your passions to soar at this time, because you have a lot of them, Sagittarius. And, you know, the Queen of Wands is a card of attraction, right? And it says, look at the sunny side of life, right? You can see the sunflower here. And as you do that, you attract sunny things, sunny people, sunny situations into your life. You also have this Five of Cups, which is disappointment, but it's around this choice that you have to make here. It's around this choice. Knight of Pentacles, potentially a more dependable, reliable, stable situation or person coming in to your life. So very nice. Let's go ahead and see what else we get here. Let's pull some Kipper cards to see what messages want to come forward. Okay, we have all of those that want to come forward. Let's see what else. Okay, so occupation, main male, message, sudden wealth, thief, eek, false person. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's just coercion or deception coming in here. And like I said, it's with this masculine that's showing up very clearly here. You have the two most challenging cards in the Kipper. Yeah, it's just like you're needing to get yourself out of this situation is going to unlock a lot of abundance for you with wealthy man, sudden wealth, the Empress, this lady card here, the Knight of Pentacles, the occupation. You have the Ten of Cups here. Getting out of this situation is really helping you. It's really, really helping you out a lot, Sagittarius. And I feel like you're delivering the news here with this message card. And you're figuring out an amicable way, a peaceful way to do this for yourself, for the other person, for every party involved here. But like I said, there's this blockage around your abundance, and it's whatever's going on here with this masculine at this time that's really going to help you out. So I think that's what I have here for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.